1. When it comes to self-confidence, Stoicism offers valuable insights that can be applied in contemporary times. Self-confidence, in the context of Stoicism, is not based on arrogance or the pursuit of external validation, but on the acceptance of who we are, the pursuit of virtue, and the understanding of what is within our control. Here are some Stoic principles related to self-confidence. Distinguish between what is under your control and what is not. Stoicism highlights the importance of focusing on things we can control and accepting things beyond our control. Self-confidence is cultivated by realizing that we can shape our actions and attitudes, but we cannot fully control external outcomes. Accept the impermanent nature of life. Stoics recognize the transience of life and the inevitability of change. By accepting this reality, self-confidence is not shaken by temporary adversities, and Stoics seek to adapt wisely to circumstances. Practice virtue. Stoic self-confidence is deeply connected to the pursuit of virtue, including justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance. By acting in accordance with these virtues, we build a solid foundation for self-confidence aligned with enduring values. Self-examination and continuous self-improvement. Stoicism encourages regular self-examination to identify areas for improvement. Self-confidence arises when we acknowledge our weaknesses, face challenges with courage, and continuously work on self-improvement. Not relying on external approval. Stoic self-confidence is not based on external approval or material success. Instead, it is built internally through the development of a strong ethical foundation and authenticity in our actions. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a central practice in Stoicism. Being present in the current moment helps in dealing better with challenges and making decisions more clearly, contributing to self-confidence. By incorporating these Stoic principles into everyday life, it is possible to develop a solid and resilient self-confidence based on the acceptance of human nature, the pursuit of virtue, and practical wisdom. 2. In the context of authenticity, Stoic teachings offer valuable perspectives on living a genuine and true life. Acceptance of what is under your control. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on things under our control, such as our actions and attitudes, rather than worrying about external aspects beyond our control. Being authentic, in this sense, means accepting life's circumstances and focusing on how we choose to respond to them. Living according to principles. Stoicism highlights the importance of living according to solid ethical principles. Being authentic involves living in alignment with your fundamental values, even when facing challenges or external pressures. This includes making decisions consistent with your principles, regardless of the consequences. Self-knowledge. Stoics valued self-examination and self-knowledge as fundamental elements for an authentic life. Knowing your virtues, weaknesses, and motivations helps make decisions aligned with your true nature and avoid impulsive or counterproductive actions. Acceptance of imperfection. Stoicism teaches acceptance of the ephemeral and impermanent nature of life. Being authentic, in this context, means embracing inevitable changes, overcoming losses and adversities with serenity, and continuing to live according to your principles, regardless of circumstances. Detachment from others' opinions. Stoics emphasize not overly depending on external approval to validate authenticity. Living according to your truth often means resisting social pressures and others' expectations, focusing on acting consistently with your principles. Practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a valued practice in Stoicism. Being fully present in the current moment helps in acting authentically, avoiding distractions, and living consciously. 3. Although originally conceived as a philosophy of life to deal with the vicissitudes of existence, many Stoic principles remain relevant today, including those related to communication skills. Control of words. Stoicism teaches that we should be mindful and deliberate in our words. Before speaking, it is important to consider the need and impact of our words. Ensuring that what we say is useful, true, and benevolent is fundamental for effective communication. Acceptance of the inevitable. Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting what cannot be controlled. This applies to communication, as we often do not have control over how our words are received. Developing the ability to communicate clearly but accepting others' reactions with equanimity is a valuable facet of Stoic communication. Empathy and understanding. Stoics highlight the importance of empathy and understanding to build meaningful relationships. When communicating, it is crucial to consider others' perspectives and cultivate the ability to listen attentively. This helps avoid misunderstandings and contributes to more effective communication. Adaptation to circumstances. Stoicism encourages adaptability to change. In communication, this means being open to different communication styles, adjusting as needed to ensure effective understanding, especially in challenging situations. Resilience in the face of criticism. Stoics teach the importance of not being overly affected by external criticism. Developing thicker skin in the face of negative feedback and learning from it, rather than being discouraged, is an important skill in communication. Focus on the essential. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is essential and letting go of the superfluous. In communication, this implies avoiding gossip, unnecessary chatter, and superficial communication, focusing on clear and meaningful messages. Self-control. Stoic philosophy emphasizes self-control in the face of emotions. This is crucial in communication to avoid impulsive responses or hasty words that may harm relationships. Practicing patience and calmness contributes to more effective communication. By incorporating these Stoic principles into communication skills, it is possible to build stronger relationships, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and promote a more meaningful exchange of ideas. For Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that originated in ancient Greece and was developed by thinkers such as Zeno of Citium, Epictetus, and Seneca. This philosophy aims to achieve tranquility and virtue through the control of emotions, acceptance of circumstances, and focus on what we can control. When it comes to personal appearance, Stoicism offers interesting perspectives, especially in the contemporary context. Emphasis on internal control. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. Regarding appearance, this means focusing on aspects we can control, such as personal hygiene, posture, and clothing. Detachment from others' opinions. Stoics teach not to be overly affected by others' opinions. This does not mean neglecting appearance, but not basing our self-esteem solely on external approval. Dressing well and taking care of oneself can be an expression of self-respect, regardless of others' opinions. Simplicity and sobriety. Stoicism values simplicity and sobriety. In practice, this can be reflected in choosing simpler clothing and accessories, avoiding excess and unnecessary luxury. Acceptance of imperfection. Stoic philosophy also teaches accepting imperfection, both in ourselves and others. This does not mean neglecting appearance, but understanding that perfection is not realistic. Taking care of appearance should be an expression of self-respect, not an endless pursuit of an idealized image. Focus on inner essence. Stoicism values virtue and wisdom more than physical appearance. While taking care of appearance is important to convey self-respect, Stoicism reminds us that true beauty lies in inner virtue and wisdom. 5. Positive attitude in the context of Stoicism is grounded in the idea that we have control only over our own actions and thoughts, while external events and circumstances are beyond our control. Stoics believe that accepting this and focusing on what is within our control is essential for achieving tranquility and happiness. Here are some Stoic principles that contribute to a positive attitude today. Distinguish between what can be controlled and what cannot. Stoics teach the importance of recognizing things we have control over, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, and things we do not have control over, external events, others' actions. By accepting what cannot be changed and directing energy towards what can, unnecessary frustrations can be avoided. Practice acceptance and adaptation. A positive attitude in Stoicism involves accepting circumstances as they are and adapting to them in the best possible way. Instead of resisting or rebelling against unwanted events, Stoics suggest accepting reality and seeking constructive ways to deal with it. Focus on virtues and self-development. Stoics emphasize cultivating virtues like courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control. By focusing on the development of these virtues, it is possible to build a strong foundation for a positive and meaningful life, irrespective of external circumstances. Practice gratitude. Stoics valued the practice of gratitude, acknowledging the good things in life even amid challenges. Cultivating a sense of gratitude helps maintain a positive perspective, even in adversity. Detachment from external things. Stoics taught not to overly depend on material possessions or external events for happiness. Developing a positive attitude involves finding internal contentment and not constantly relying on external circumstances to feel good. By incorporating these principles into one's life, it is possible to cultivate a positive attitude based on acceptance, focus on what is controllable, and the development of virtues that contribute to a meaningful life. Although Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, its teachings continue to be applicable and influential in promoting emotional and mental well-being. 6. Empathy. Let's explore how Stoic principles relate to understanding and expressing compassion in today's world. Distinction between what can be controlled and what cannot. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing only on what is under our control. Applying this to empathy means focusing on one's actions and attitudes, rather than becoming overly concerned with external events or others' behavior. Acceptance of circumstances. Empathy in Stoicism is linked to the serene acceptance of circumstances. Instead of impulsively reacting to challenging situations, Stoics seek to understand and accept others' emotions, demonstrating empathy by recognizing the inevitable nature of human difficulties. Control of emotional reactions. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining calm and equanimity in the face of emotions. This translates into empathy through the ability to listen attentively without becoming overly emotionally involved and responding in a measured and compassionate manner. Practice of whole view, sympathia. Stoics believed in an interconnectedness of everything in the universe. This holistic view can be applied to modern empathy, encouraging a broader and connected understanding of human beings. Empathy, then, extends beyond personal relationships to encompass an understanding of each person's role in the grand scheme of things. The virtue of benevolence. Stoics valued virtues, including benevolence. Being benevolent means acting for the benefit of others. Empathy in the Stoic context is a manifestation of this benevolence, seeking to understand others' needs and feelings to help when possible. By incorporating these Stoic principles into contemporary empathy, individuals can develop a more balanced, compassionate, and effective approach to human interactions, cultivating a deeper understanding of others while maintaining serenity and resilience in the face of inevitable adversities. 7th, Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that originated in ancient Greece and was later developed by philosophers such as Zeno of Citium, Epictetus, and Seneca. Although practiced for millennia, the ideas and principles of Stoicism are still applicable and influential in the pursuit of personal development today. Stoicism is based on the idea that the purpose of life is to live in accordance with the rational nature of human beings, accepting what cannot be changed, and focusing on control over one's attitudes and actions. Here are some Stoic principles that can be applied in contemporary personal development. Internal control. Stoicism emphasizes internal control over one's reactions and thoughts. In modern times, this can be translated as the importance of cultivating emotional intelligence, developing the ability to consciously respond to situations rather than reacting impulsively. Acceptance of circumstances. Stoics teach to accept circumstances that cannot be changed and to focus energy on what is under our control. This approach is valuable in a world where external conditions are not always within our control, but we can choose how to react to them. Focus on the present moment. The practice of mindfulness aligns well with Stoic principles. Being aware of the present moment, rather than excessively worrying about the past or the future, helps maintain inner peace. Material detachment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of material detachment. In today's society, where material possessions are often overly valued, practicing detachment can contribute to a more balanced and less consumer-driven life. Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance remain fundamental values in personal development. Striving to live according to these virtues can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Self-knowledge. Stoicism encourages introspection and self-knowledge. In modern times, contemporary psychology recognizes the importance of self-awareness for personal development and emotional well-being. Continuous improvement. The idea of continuous improvement, present in Stoicism, resonates with the current culture of lifelong learning and personal development. The pursuit of knowledge, skills, and experiences is seen as a way to enrich life. By incorporating these Stoic principles into daily life, individuals can find a more balanced and resilient approach to dealing with life's challenges, promoting meaningful personal development.